And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with the show of madness, bringing good news to you once again from the video game front, only known as Under the Radar. And the good news we have for you for this week, folks, that another character from Kid Soldier PCA4 has been unlocked in the form of Biruki, the peaceful and skilled shinobi dog. And the maestro just whispered into my ear, will there be a video game story for this game before the end of the month with all these new characters? And to answer him back, we might. And with that little bit of good news to counter the good news we just received from this game, I think it's time for us to put some more games on high display from these screenshots and whatnots from the Twitterverse from this past weekend and beyond for another edition of the Four Squared Delight. And the first game that we have up comes from the Twitter page of Matt Law R Dev with their said game, In Chain. And the screenshot that they provided for this week shows our hero not only using a 6-shooter to take on skulls, but also using his feet to stomp the skulls in the head, and also use a lantern with a long chain to try to attack the said creatures, kicking them into the sky, punching them out, receiving coins, only to take on bigger and badder skeletons with the same lantern and, I guess, 6-shooter combination with an ultimate stomp from up high. And in my opinion, this game automatically reminds me of a 3D version of Reanimator, and Reanimator being the Flash game where you have to fight a whole bunch of skeletons and dead guys in a zombie graveyard, and also reminds me a little hint of Doom. Yeah, definitely reminds me of Doom as well. And here's hoping in the near future for this said game that you get a chance to use that lantern to actually grappling hook your way up to the rooftop of certain ledges till you can get an optimal advantage to take out your enemies. And according to the maestro, not too entirely sure of how you can turn a lantern into a grappling hook, but at the same time, with the fact that you can stomp your way into the skies and juggle your enemies with revolver shots, yeah. It's possible, maestro. It's possible. And the next game that we have up comes from the Twitter page of Rolling Hills with their said Twitter screenshot from the video game Rolling Hills Make Sushi, Make Friends. And the screenshot that they provided for this week that looks like a beautiful coffee shop with not only a high display menu, a whole series of shelves filled with items to serve customers, but also a very interesting stool set that sort of looks like a donut. Yeah, it really does look like a donut. And they would go on to say for this said screenshot, start your morning in Rolling Hills at this cozy cafe. What are you ordering? Most likely a coffee muffin with a little bit of tea to truly start off my morning right. And hopefully fall asleep 2 hours later because I really don't sleep at night. But that's a story for another day, because this said coffee shop reminds me of something from out of Animal Crossing with Brewster's Coffee Shop. Yeah. And here's hoping in the near future for this said coffee shop that you get a chance to not only run this said coffee shop, but hopefully alongside with a nice gentleman along the lines of Brewster from Animal Crossing. Yeah, you know, a giant oversized pigeon in the middle of the night serving up coffee, laughs, and good moments and good times for all at home, or who decides to come inside this coffee shop. Maestro, yes, it will work. Because Maestro right then and there denied that it would work with a giant oversized pigeon running a coffee shop, but if Brewster could do it for years on end, so can we. We meaning those who play this game. Anyway, folks, besides running a makeshift coffee shop in a video game, the next game that we have up comes from the Twitter page of The Pumpkin Jack with their said game, Pumpkin Jack. And the screenshot that they provided for this week shows our pumpkin hero taking on a whole bunch of bad guys using his brand new attack in the form of a crow storm, summoned by a powerful lantern. Man, it seems like lanterns are a theme for this week, isn't it? And he would not only be able to take out enemies, but also take out a whole bunch of gravestones to increase the power of this said attack of Crowstorm, only for him to leap into the air, soar down to the ground, and ground pound the ground to release more crows into the world. All before the title card logo would pop up at the end. Almost forgot to mention that part. And this game automatically reminds me with this screenshot for this week, a lot of, I keep forgetting the name of the game, I think it was Shadow Man. Yeah, according to the Maestro, definitely reminds us of Shadow Man with the fact that he's able to use the darkness and crows to attack his enemies, which is not bad. And here's hoping in the near future for this game that not only you get a chance to fly with these said crows or glide like you can during this said screenshot for this week, but you also get a chance to use these said crows to grab your enemies and throw them into a wall, or even get a chance to use the crow powers to actually pick up objects to throw at other enemies. Or even the opportunity to summon a crow tornado. And before you say those don't exist, Maestro, they had cow-nados, shark-nados, and I guess fire-nados and ice-nados on Sci-Fi every week, so why not have a crow-nado? It's possible. And besides us giving Sci-Fi another Sci-Fi original film idea just out of the blue, the next screenshot that we have up comes from the Twitter page of Ducky Sizemansky. You know what? Yeah, that's what it's called, with their screenshot for the video game Maximum Action. And after not hearing from this game in almost a month, I'm excited to hear from it again. And the screenshot that they provided for this week that did not disappoint would show a gun that is able to shoot other guns that takes out other enemies, and would be able to do so with this gun-shooting gun until he was taken out by a bad guy wearing Arctic gear who would shoot him from the stairs, hit him in the hip, kill him in action, only for him to kick him in the face afterwards after he was dead for it to say maximum dead. And this screenshot automatically reminds me of a combination of not only Perfect Dark, GoldenEye, 13, with a little hint of something you would see in Team Fortress with a gun that's able to shoot guns. And a little hint of Borderlands if they had a gun that could shoot guns to kill people with guns. If that makes sense, and if you didn't lose your place with all of that gun-talking action like the Maestro just did. And here's hoping in the near future, besides an AK-47 that can shoot other guns, they also have a gun bazooka that can shoot other, explosive type weapons at enemies as well. The possibilities are endless with this game, and here's hoping they go with that one that we just gave them. And with the guns that can shoot guns at more guns with people with guns, we now go into our last screenshot for this week, and it comes from none other than the Wave Break Game Twitter page with their said game, Wave Break. And in this screenshot for this week, it features our otter friend once again surfing it out on the beach of wherever the world this is. I'm gonna go with Cucamonga because it looks like Cucamonga, for this said otter to not only 50-50 grind his way onto a hotel beach, but sneak onto a hotel pool with a 360 spin, and also do a 360 with a switch onto the pool itself, only to jump out, do a barrel roll, try to pull off a grind, and unfortunately wipe out, and land directly in the water on the other side of the pool that he just sneaked into. And this game once again reminds me of a water version of Tony Hawk Pro Skater. And here's hoping in the near future, besides getting a chance to customize your own board, but also get a chance to customize your own tricks to do during this said game. The only things I hope for in the near future for it, because I already know with a couple of the levels this guy or gal has up her sleeves or his sleeves for this said game, It's gonna be pretty awesome. So, here's hoping that you get a chance to customize the boards to better, do cool tricks in places that you decide to sneak in. And Maestro said, while they're at it, add submissions in there too. Yeah, like a mission to actually sneak into the hotel pool and open it for all the customers who got blocked out. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And if you guys want to go ahead and check out some more cool screenshots and whatnots from the Twitterverse from this past weekend and beyond, you can head on over to the Twitter pages of not only Octo Curio, Oliver Snyder's, Indie Rhymes, Playing Indies, Shot_Games, or even under the hashtag of Screenshot Saturday. But if you guys want to go ahead and check out the screenshots that we liked for this week and get an interpretation for it for yourselves, you can head on over to the Twitter page of one man only known as the Agent 0012, where Maestro decided to make a screenshot folder entitled Screenshot Indie Madness. I like it. Very simple and straightforward. And with that said, folks, we might as well head back to this music once again, and when we return, we'll be back with more of the madness that only Under the Radar can provide right after this. So don't go watching those infomercials just yet, folks, and stay tuned.